Hi, 大家好，我是凯西。In today's video, I'm going to be taking you with me as I head back to my husband's hometown, Pinglin, and show you how they harvest tea there. As you can see, it was a beautiful day, so we decided to go by motorbike. And that's not me driving, by the way, I'm just the passenger. But it was nice to enjoy the scenery and the fresh air. After about an hour, we finally arrived in Pinglin. Pinglin is famous for its tea, so there are a ton of tea fields there, and this visit we were just in time for the spring harvest. Hi. By the time we arrived, there were already workers helping to handpick the tea. The type of tea that they're picking is called baozong tea. It's a lightly oxidized tea, and Pinglin is one of the main places it's produced. 他们都采得很快，我之前去阿里山采的时候我超慢。是的。哦，安尼啊。他们说欧巴很烦。还有我发现一个很酷的地方，他们这边他们的腰绑着他们的椅子，超酷，这样最有效率吧？对啊，就走去哪里就可以坐下来。At this point, our nephew came to the tea field, so we ran around with him for a bit.
这个是茶。
茶，你像我把的。
After a while, we walked. Actually, we mostly ran back home with our nephew. After returning our nephew to his mom, we headed back to the tea field because it was time to collect the tea leaves that had been picked so far. Next, they weigh the tea leaves and then start laying them out to wither. Basically, they're left to air dry on these nets on top of the pavement. This step is meant to let the leaves wilt and start to soften up. It also helps start to lower the water content of the leaves. I decided to get involved and try my hand at the tea spreading as well, although honestly, I probably wasn't that much help. And there is all the tea. It'll get left out here for a while. When the weather is bad, the tea can also be withered using this special setup. Basically, the tea is placed on top of this crate and warm air is blown under it using a fan and a flame. Later, we had some dinner and I played with my niece for a bit. 它上面呢，盖子呢？在这里。
在我后面。
在你后面。A bit later, we went to check in on the progress of the tea. The tea leaves are put onto these circular bamboo trays behind me. Here, my father-in-law is using his hand to check how the tea leaves are doing. Then they get dumped into this machine, and they're slowly stirred around. Afterward, the leaves are taken out and returned to the racks. Each batch will be stirred every couple of hours for a few rounds, which means getting up throughout the night every couple of hours until all the batches are ready for the next step.
我叫妈耶。
怎么了？今天我觉得很累，虽然我什么都没有做。等一下还要
冰day 好几次，感觉当茶农很累，因为要一整个晚上一直出去用茶。我要去睡觉，拜。
While I was sleeping, Louis got up to help with the tea and helped film a couple of shots for you guys. They continued putting each batch of leaves in the tumbler, but before each time they do that, they actually also use their hands to aerate the leaves. I didn't film this step before, so I thought I'd show you guys here. And this process kept going on every few hours. The next morning, the tea leaves were finally ready to be roasted. All the leaves are put into this machine. Look at this professional tea leaf wrangling. Impressive. Anyways, this machine rotates and roasts the tea leaves evenly. After a few minutes, they get dumped back out and then scooped into yet another special tea processing machine. This one presses and rolls the tea leaves. This step is meant to help break down the leaves' cells and bring out the flavors of the tea. This is what the leaves look like at this point. They've become soft and they're still hot and moist, a lot different from what they looked like at the start.
出来以后，然后要把每个叶子再给它分开。好，这个叫结块。
I tried this step out too. Also, by this time, the smell of the tea is coming out. For the next step, the leaves are transferred to this machine, which dries them using hot air. While the tea leaves were drying, I checked on my pal Oppa, and then went to see what my nephew was doing.
可是你的鞋子 OK 吗？会不舒服吗？对。
Soon the tea was ready to be taken out. After a little fluffing, it's finally ready to go into the final machine, which is this airtight dryer.
它会跟空气完全分隔，就可以把剩下的水分全部赶走。
And voila, here is the finished product. Well, almost. Before the tea is ready to drink, it still needs to be sorted. The goal is to pick out anything like stems or bad leaves so that only pure tea leaves are left. Nowadays, machines are usually used for this since doing it by hand is so labor intensive. However, for smaller batches, hand sorting is sometimes more cost efficient. Here's a closer look at the tea before sorting. Do you see all the brown stems? And here's the tea after sorting. It's finally ready to drink.
好，我们要试喝今天做的茶，但是都一样的品种。
对，就是昨天我们拍的那边，那个他们不是一边采，我们分好几次去拿回来，就不同的时间拿回来，
所以会有不一样，
分批不一样，就是他们进去机器的时间也不一样。
OK， 所以
从最左边开始，最早的，你可以先闻它的香味。
哦喂呀，我忘记，这样。
对。
好吧，我是想知道我有没有办法喝得出来差别。怎么办？我不够专业，可能有一点点不一样啊。
Before we left, we sat down for one last cup of tea and hung out with our family for a bit. After that, it was time to head home. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching today's video. Please comment below and let me know what you thought of it. 不要忘记按赞、分享还有订阅。下次见，拜。